This video describes how to graph linear equations. H equals 2 plus 1/3 t. I'm going to label this lower axis as the t-axis. Maybe that's time, and maybe this is height. We need to mark each square. We need to indicate how many units for each square. I'm going to say 1 for each square. This one will fit on there if we do that. Okay, if t is 0, that would be right at the corner here. 1/3 of 0 is still 0, so h equals 2. So on the h-axis, we go to 2. Then, for each t I go over, I go up 1 h. Another way to do that would, instead of just doing up 1 and over, just go up 1 and over 3. So if I went over 3 t's, 1/3 of t, 1/3 of 3 would be 1, so that would be 2 plus 1, so that would be 1 higher, which is 3. So we go up 1 over 3 again, and we can get another point. We can connect those points with a straight line, and any point on that line would satisfy that equation. That line is a set of solutions to that equation. Not all of them are whole numbers. The only whole numbers will be those points that we graphed, but they don't have to be a whole number to satisfy that equation. Okay, let's do another example. So what this is, start out at 3, go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. That negative indicates that we have a negative slope. Something like that. Whoa, but sometimes we get equations that are not in the form that's so easy to graph with an intercept and a slope like those last ones. But we could get this equation in that form if I subtracted 4x from each side. Two y is equal to 8 minus 4x. 1y is half of that. And if we have it as y equals, then we will have an easy way to graph that. So what we have is y equals 4 minus 2x. So here's my x-axis, here's my y-axis. Each square will be 1. So I start out at what's called the intercept. So I go up from 0, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the y-axis. From there I go down, because it's in minus 2, down 2 and over 1. Down 2 over 1. You can connect that with a straight line. So 3y minus 9x equals 12. First we would need to solve for y. That means get y all by itself. The opposite of subtract x, subtract 9x, is add 9x. Whatever I do to the left side, I have to do to the right side. So I have 3y plus 0 equals 12 plus 9x. Well, 1/3 of 3y is y. So let's divide each side by 3. That leaves us with y equals 4 plus 3x. So here's our x-axis, here's our y-axis. Each square will be 1. So once I have that the unit set up, then I know I have to go up 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the y on the y-axis. Because when x is 0, right on the y-axis, y is 4. From there I go at a slope of 3. Up 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. Oops. Connect those with the straight line tool. Another couple real quick. T, H, if each square is 1, up 3 is where I start. When t is 0, then I go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. I only need 2 points if I'm using a good straight line tool, but if not, you might want to make sure you have some more to make sure it's on. That's why we call these linear equations, is because their graph is a line. We might call it a straight line. A line is straight. So if we say each square is 1, then we would start out at 4 and go down 1 over 3. Down 1 over 3. There we go. That one's a little off, but not too bad. 8x plus 4y equals 12. We want to subtract 4. Whoops, we want to get the y all by itself. I'm going to subtract 8x. 4y equals 12 minus 8x. Y equals 3 minus 2x. So if this is our x, this is our y. Each square is 1. Then we would start at 3 and go down 2 over 1. Straight line tool. Whoa. Great. 6y minus 3x equals 18. Divide by 6. So y equals 3 plus 1/2 x. I have 3 apples divided among 6 people. Each person gets 1/2. X-axis, y-axis, grid of 1. Starting at 3, going up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. The slope of 1/2. It's a positive slope. Let's connect that with the straight line tool. Oops. There we go. That might work. Something like that.